the process I'm doing right now is called compact twining. It makes up the majority of the basket and leads up the sides to where you begin your designs. So your weaver will go behind the warps and come back to the front, and then the one behind that you'll flip over so that the rounded edge is at the front of the basket, and then this one will come back to make sure you get the right warps in your stitches, otherwise it's going to look messed up.
If you want to make a compact twine basket that you're going to use for drinking, you need an awl because you push the weaving really as tightly close together as you can. Plus, they used to use a grizzly bear tooth, and each time they get through with one row, they would take and rub the grizzly bear tooth on the back to kind of spread the fibers so that it's watertight. That's one of the things that they did when they were doing compact twining. And in order to make compact twining uniform, each one of her weavers have to be the same thickness, the same width, and so that's one of the things that they learn in their first classes, is to prepare their material so that they're all uniform, not just the width but the thickness of the weaver.
You have to make sure your material is pretty damp most of the time. If it gets too dry, you risk breaking your roots. Well, I almost did what I was just talking about and dropped a stitch.
The compact twining, how she's doing it, different clans did it. Some of them did it a little bit different, even though you're achieving the same weaving. It's still, some of them use their thumb a lot more. They would use their thumb to move the warps back, and then use the thumb to move it along. They did. There was a lot of using of the thumb. One of the really nice things about weaving is that you only need a bone awl, a needle, a scissor, and a night, and you could do all these different things with your weaving by just having those tools. You need very few tools to weave compact twine. Weavers, when they decide to do a pattern, when they get to the 3-string twine, they know how many warps they have, and they can do their design depending. This is a strawberry design, and this weaver decided that she would go up three rows and then do her strawberry. And she's going to do another design, and if she does a compact twine that has a more complex design, this would be called the primary, and then her complex design in the middle, where she would be her actual design for the basket. And this person who did this weaving went up 3 and did eye hole, the eye hole design, and that's what that is called. And then this one is called the cockle shell design, so that's that design on there. And this is a design that's used mostly on hats. The weaving is actually a twill, and another weaver is put underneath to build up the design so you can see the design. And this person wove up 5 rows. And in Tlingit weaving, I studied this hat that was found in a glacier, and it was 13 seemed to be a really important number on that hat. There were 13 rows of 3-string twining. Then when you got down to the bottom of the hat, they did a false embroidery with spruce-root, and then they did 13 rows of compact twine, and then they did an 8-strand weaving at the end. Then on the inner rim, it was again 13 rows of weaving. So whatever it must have had significance to use 13 as the number of rows that they had for different parts of the hat.